Why, hello everyone. Skull902 here, along with KUko Chad Yancy.
Hey.
And today we're going to be going ahead and getting into Mega Man X. There's been a lot of Mega Man going on in the channel lately. Um, so here we are, pretty much. We've kind of gotten up to the point in Classic where this game was the next one released, and so Yancey was like, "Hey, can we do Mega Man X?" And I was like, "Yeah, we can do Mega Man X." Uh, and this one's gonna be interesting, um, because like I know from my previous conversations with the man and everything that Yancey like speed runs Mega Man X games for fun, so. Uh, I am fully expecting to see some insane shit. uh,
I'll try to
at
go a
least
little
once or twice.
slower so that way I don't absolutely scare the shit out of you from wanting to try the games yourself. Because I promise you, if 5-year-old Yancey can do it, you can do it. And
Uh, I appreciate the confidence. I know my experience with X has been I tried this game many years ago, and I was so incompetent that I couldn't make it past the tutorial level. So that's that's where we are
well, I'm gonna make the
in terms
tutorial
of
level my bitch, so I'm gonna teach you how to do it, and I'll also teach you some of the sauce that I do.
oh man. Uh, Hi, Katie. Says, how have you been, Skull and Yancy? It's been a time for me lately. I'll say that much. Uh, and then we have Wah as well with the member message. Welcome in, Wah. Wah
I
has been a
will.
member at the Memory Lane Buddies viewer level for the last 63 months, which brain explode. That is incredible. Thank you so much, my dude. Uh, and the member message reads, "Hello. This membership is very important to us." Damn right it is. Uh, and thank you for the continued support over this long period of time. 63 months. That is something. Uh,
Also, this is technically another monumental stream for us because this is the first time I'm actually technically live streaming, even if it's on somebody else's channel. So we're gonna test out the
yeah,
Wi-Fi upgrade that I got. So
yeah. We got Yancey at the helm here, uh, and everything. I think I'm ready to see what we got going on here. Yancey, are you ready to be the teacher?
yeah, I guess today I'm the teacher. If you got the courage to quote Beast Wars,
All right, let's get into the game.
and I'm playing off a real Super Famicom controller. This is an emulated copy. This is an actual cart dump from years ago that I had of my cart. So you know, well, without further ado, let's get started.
So to any of the Nintendos out there, this all comes from legitimate hardware.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. This is definitely legit hardware. Also, this is the operating system. This is Dr. Kane turning on the system for the first time.
Yeah, buddy. Look at that, man. 8,000 terabytes.
That's the
That's
entirety
some
of
storage
Pornhub.
space. I would love to have that that kind of file storage.
It's giving you the specifications of X. It's actually running pretty well. I'm looking at stream on my phone here. It's running pretty well. Lightweight titanium X alloy. Warning. X is the first of a new generation of robots which contain the innovative new feature, the ability to think. Oh my god, this is like today. Think, feel, and make their own decisions. However, this ability could be very dangerous. If X, quotation marks, were to break the first law of robotics, A robot must never harm a human being. The result would be disastrous, and I fear no force on Earth could stop him. Approximately 30 years will be required before we can safely confirm his reliability. Unfortunately, I will not live to see that day, because I have cancer. Nor do I have anyone to carry on my work, because Roll's fucking dead. Therefore, I have decided to seal him in this capsule, which will test his internal systems until his reliability can be confirmed. Please do not disturb the capsule until that time. X possesses great risk as well as great potential. I can only hope for the best. September 18, 20XX, Thomas Light. Whew. I was reading that one a little slow. You can tell I just woke up. Also, the fucking...
that's all well and good.
Can you hear the audio just fine?
Yes, I can, and that title screen is
Rockin'.
something else.
Also, first thing you always do, put dash on R, because you can charge and jump and dash all at the same time, and you don't have to claw grip it.
Hey.
Alright. So this takes place approximately 100 years after the classic series, despite him only needing 30 to be in the capsule. So Dr. Kane found him. He was so impressed with him, he decided to make another robot, and that became the first Reploid. Things were pretty good for a while until one day a mysterious event started happening where, you know, the Reploid started turning Maverick. We'll get into why that happened in X4. In X4, yeah. Fucking... So they eventually... So things start going crazy, you know, people are going Maverick. Dr. Kane decides to find a group called the Maverick Hunters, or the Irregular Hunters in Japan, and Sigma was the guy in charge of it. A few mysterious circumstances happen. Again, we'll get into it in X4 for the backstory of why Sigma turned evil in the first place. But, shit. I'm so nervous.
It's all good.
Sigma. Yeah, he eventually turned Maverick and started a rebellion, and thus pick up the events of, X1. I'm sorry if I'm struggling to talk here. I'm trying to play and also talk at the same time, so I'm trying to make this stage my bitch while I'm also trying to explain the lore of X1 while I'm doing it live.
That's all good.
And thus, you know, joined by a friend of his, Zero, and these two are basically a two-man army against the entirety of Sigma's forces. Also, we're riding on cars, by the way.
Yeah, buddy. Now,
by the way, we're at the end of
the message said...
Oh, what?
When the message said that X's new innovative technology allowed him to think and feel for himself, I'm gonna presume that means that that there was still some kind of limitation on that for classic, for rock, if you will.
Like, they have the ability to, like, feel and think, but they really didn't have free will. They kind of had to do what a human told them to do. Also, this is Vava. Hi, Vava. He's an absolute fucking prick, by the way. Unbeatable boss fight. Also, hi, Zero.
This will be the first of many times that Zero upstages X.
Oh, yeah. And this isn't even the worst of it yet. The only time X talks in the game, by the way. He doesn't talk for the rest of it.
Huh.
Can you guys hear my voice just fine? Audio's fine? Making sure while...
Yeah, those in the chat, if there's any audio-visual issues, do let us know.
I mean, it seems okay because I have the stream open in another tab here. Or not tab, but on my phone. And it seems pretty watchable.
That's good.
But how did you think of my performance on the intro stage? Did you know I was actually kind of half looking at the manual, half looking at the intro stage? Because I have the manual on me in case I need to consult something.
It's a hell of a lot better than I would have done even on my best day.
Alright, so instead of Robot Masters, they're Mavericks, and every X game, they're animals. And you can look at their specs, so Chill Penguin, he's about 5 feet tall, he's 237 pounds, what a fatty. And, you know, it'll tell you, like, his attacks and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool, actually. You get, like a...
The only X game to do that, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everything else is like a pretty straight stage select like the classic games, starting from X2 onward. Alright, so I recommend starting with Chill Penguin for boss order. No matter what, you always start with him. Both A, he's the easiest boss to beat, and C, you get an upgrade in this stage that makes the rest of the game really, really fun. Luckily, I don't have to start paying too much attention yet to the gameplay. Not until... Because I intend to go in a really cursed order, but with still no with only one stage of backtracking, because you always have to backtrack one stage. And it's usually this stage that I have to backtrack on to go get the heart tank. But, outside of that, I'm going to show an interesting order where I can show off the most amount of interesting things to Skull. And also to flex a little bit of skill.
Gotcha.
So you've come. X, I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life. And hoped the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But now it seems that you are destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion. I have hidden capsules like this one. If you find and use them, you will be able to increase your powers. Beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into this capsule and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X. It's pretty motivational.
Oh, man.
Damn, we got the J's on.
And you're like... You're hardly into the first stage already, and now you're much faster.
Yeah, feels great. You can tell why this is my favorite sub-series outside of the classics.
Oh, man.
You get to go fucking fast in this one.
That's 2 random life drops now.
Oh, yeah.
Can't forget those.
You know, it's actually important for the secret at near the very end of the game, so... Thank God I got some extra lives. That was one of the things I was like, hopefully the game's nice to me on this.
Now, is this the one, by the one I mean the X game that I'm thinking of where you get the Hadouken?
Yes, and you need to die 4 times to get it, but I'll get into that when we get into that. I'll do it right before the stages. Just to
Gotcha.
show it off. And I'll try and Hadouken some of the bosses, but a lot of them like to jump around. First Maverick.
From what I'm... Oh, man.
Still the coolest boss theme. I love this boss theme. Things are looking good on the stream over here. I'm kind of having one eye because I have 2 separate eye joints. Be careful of his freeze attack, by the way. Make sure that he doesn't catch you with that. Luckily, he'll telegraph when he slides and stuff like that.
That's good.
And usually don't try to shoot through the copies like I was doing. I was just doing that to get a move on. Usually just wait for him to slide around, and he'll break it himself. That's the first Maverick.
Yeah, man.
Not even a single hit taken yet. A cool weapon select screen.
Just
like you even see the the armor upgrades as you go through. But what were you saying?
Oh yeah, and just under 15 minutes of stream time as well. You're cutting through this like butter.
Oh yeah, I break this game. We're gonna go in unorthodox order. Usually I go Storm Eagle first. If I was Skull, I'd tell you to go Spark Mandrill because that's the weakness of the weapon we just got. But we're doing Watch Octopus because you don't need any special weapons or special abilities to get his Heart Tank, which is the only collectible in his stage. And also I want to show off the Shotgun Ice because it has some interesting properties with enemies.
And you've got this super mapped out. That's incredible.
Oh yeah, no, I played X1 obsessively. Also, there's a Shotgun Ice. If it hits an enemy, it'll, because the weapon demonstration didn't really show it, but it'll break apart and hit and it'll ricochet back. Seeing like I just took out the seahorses. Oh, took a hit.
Nice.
Well, run's over. No, this is a casual run, I promise. Also, why I'm doing the dashing like that, like a maniac, I know. But why I'm doing that is because if you're shooting while dashing, it'll actually do double damage. It'll effectively be like a mid-charge shot for your pellets.
Wow.
Only works in X1 and X2. Doesn't work in X3 onward.
God damn.
So I like to take advantage of it. That's how I like to fight Boomerang Coinger. As in, I don't even use homing torpedoes for him. I kick his ass with the X-Buster, and it's a really interesting fight. Be careful with the submarine fish-looking guys. You can take out the spotlight, and I think I showed it off at the last part right there. Though you'll set it from suck to blow. Also, here's the optional heart tank upgrade. You go and take out the boat right here, and it'll break through the wall or the floor of the stage, and you'll go fight an optional mini boss, and you can go get the heart tank.
Nice.
I'm sorry if I'm talking very fast. It's that I'm playing very fast, and I don't know if I'm gonna have all the time to explain everything.
That's all well and good.
Also, we're on the Super Nintendo now, so we get cool sprite rotations. What were you saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. God, that reminds me of, I'm forgetting which of the classic games it was, but I was really surprised by the fluidity of the animation and in like a mini boss or something, because it was very much unlike how the animations of classic usually go.
Yeah, oh yeah. Also, rip in peace, Tim Curry, I just found out like 30 minutes before the stream.
Yeah, I was going to say Mephiles is in here, welcome, and yeah, just the world had to be super cruel.
Yeah, it took two great, like a country singer that I really liked, one of the few country singers I like. Did you know she's actually from where I currently live now, East Texas? The lady that passed, I forgot her name. But I liked her songs, I liked her singles.
Just two absolute legends in Tim Curry and Dolly Parton.
Dolly
on
Parton.
Consecutive days.
I don't know why I said Polly Parton. Same age too, born same year.
Yeah, and it breaks my heart. You know, two of the best to ever do it in their respective fields.
Also, be careful of those fish that suck you up. They don't do anything too much, but they slow you down. I do not recommend fighting Watch Octopus like I currently am. I would recommend using his weakness, which is Rolling Shield. He is probably the hardest of the 8 to fight. Well, okay, no, Stink Chameleon's actually the hardest of the 8 to fight. But he's second hardest. Also, the heart tanks, I assume I don't need to tell people what they do, but fuck. But they increase your health permanently. But no, Launch Octopus is a prick and a half without his weakness and or without the Boomerang Coinger's weapon to cut off his tentacles, but I'll show that off in the Sigma stages. That was kind of a rough run of Launch Octopus, but that wasn't horrible.
And Mephiles is my favorite Maverick in the first game.
Oh yeah, Launch Octopardo, he's great. Alright, we got another. The reason why I went to him second as well was A, I could clear out a stage early. And also B, he has a really interesting weapon. In the original English translation, it was called Homing Torpedo. But it's Homing Torpedo, but... we're gonna do Armored Armadillo next. He's 6 feet tall. He's a tall-ass fucking armadillo.
Man.
We're going completely out of order. By the way, usually you do Armored Armadillo, then Watch Octopus. But we can also get our first sub-tank as well as another heart tank. And outside of the Hadouken in this stage, we can just... Well, you would need all upgrades to get the Hadouken. But, yeah, we could basically clear out a stage early. Probably my favorite stage of the initial age.
Play dangerously.
Yeah, no, I love to play crazy. Yeah, see, look at that. Boom, bam, wham. Hit those bats on the ricochet. Boom, hit that shit.
Slam, jam, thank you, ma'am.
The diggers right here, the mole diggers. You need to race the second one to get the heart tank later, just in case if I'm talking about something else while I'm doing that. I got the first sub-tank. Basically, if you only have 4 of them in this game, but you can infinitely refill them. As long as you're at full health and you pick up a health upgrade, or a health pickup, like these little things. So you hear a did it! That means that you're full, but it's going to go to your sub-tanks.
Gotcha.
Which I prefer. I would rather have only 4 sub-tanks that I can refill than, say, like the Classic Series energy tanks. I love Homing Torpedo, says Saturn in the chat. Boom, hit that shit.
Yeah. I think the torpedo is they must have really wanted to give a lot of love to some of the weapons here, because that torpedo is actually pretty based.
Oh yeah, no, and also you get charge variants of all the weapons. We just don't have the X-Buster upgrade for it yet, and you can get some wild shit.
Well, damn.
But you'll see that later, because I'm going to show it all off. Because I'm trying to show off with special weapons as well. Because everybody that says they're good at X just uses the X-Buster pretty much. But, you know, there's more to being good at a Mega Man game than, or a Rockman game in my case, than just being good with the X-Buster. I like to show off weapons and do crazy stunts with them. Armored Armadillo, I would not recommend fighting without his weakness. If you fight him with his weakness, Spark Mandrill's weapon, Electric Spark, you can actually shock off his armor, and you can always hit him without the armor on him. Although, if you know how to exploit his AI, like I do, he's about as difficult as your opponent from Pong. But what were you saying?
So I presume you'll show us the armor shredding in the boss rush.
Yeah, in the boss rush. Although it's like Rockman 1's boss rush from the Classic Series, you don't have a teleporter room. This is the only X game to not do the teleporter room. You fight them throughout the stages as you're going through them. Although I'd say they're better paced than Rockman 1's original boss rush.
Gotcha. I see.
Yeah, don't do what I'm doing here for the, well, partially. I'm also stunting a little bit on him because I know the pattern so well. But, I've been playing this game since I was like 3, basically. And I beat the game my first time when I was like 5. So it's like I'm trying to have some entertainment here while I'm also showing Skull the game.
We are watching years of experience.
Yeah, no, crazy years of experience. And that's how you bust our Armadillo, by the way. I intentionally didn't fuck with his AI as bad as... I know Hide a Beast on YouTube, I know really fucks with his AI, and he basically just sits there and just tries to shoot at you, and it's like, gee whiz, you can break that boss.
Wow.
There are people who are really good at the Rockman Zero series, like... they can use all the weapons effectively. I'm getting there. I've been practicing the Zero series a lot for way later on in this retrospective. Also, we got Armored Armadillo's weapon. It's pretty good. The charge variation's really nice because it forms a shield around you. But it's a decently powerful little, like, rolling shield. It rolls across the ground. Also, hi,
Nice.
Logan. Also, Storm
Yeah,
Eagle,
hi,
for
Logan.
those that are fans of Some Call Me Johnny. You'll know the joke. But what were you saying?
It's Storm Eagle. I was just saying hello to Logan. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, you're in for a fucking treat. Also, we got another heart tank, and we're gonna clear out the stage as well. We got another sub tank, and we got another armor piece to do.
That is so well hidden. Like, who would know to just wait till the top of this and then jump off to the left?
I don't know. When I was 4 years old and I was really bored, I would do that. I would just try to see where I could go in the X in this game, and like see where I can stand. And because I don't know, I guess I have like issues. But you know, I kind of just found everything kind of naturally as I went along. Also, we got the second sub tank.
Yeah, buddy.
The rest of the stage basically is an
then-
auto scroller. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
And Logan is actually mentioning how a new trailer for Dual Override came out, and I have not seen that yet.
It was very good.
So...
Apparently, they're gonna have Proto Man playable again, so which is nice. You know, I would like to play Blues again in a game like that.
Didn't they announce that before, or am I crazy?
No, they did not announce that before. We literally just found out yesterday. And also, we're getting another Lady Robot Master.
Oh man, or should I say, a woman?
Aw, woman. Also, it makes it look like you need Flame Mammoth's weapon. No, you can just break it with the X-Buster. This capsule contains an enhancement for your helmet, which will allow you to break some ceilings with the headbutt. Probably the worst armor piece, but you need it to get the second best armor piece. Mega Man
It makes
X.
you look a little more symmetrical now.
It looks good. It looks good. I like the first armor's look. Yeah, so soon after Dual Over. Yeah, that was good timing. That was fortunate timing on our part.
Yeah,
so I'm showing off more Shotgun Ice shenanigans.
I still, like I just mentioned, I still have yet to watch the trailer, but I'll give it a look.
Yeah, it's good. The most unique boss arena in the game, you actually fight Storm Eagle on his ship.
Hey. Let's see here.
When I grow up.
Or Ink Master. I think this might be the first time I've ever seen this username. So welcome to the stream. And I hope you enjoy your time here. It says when I grow up, I want to grow a beard like Dr. Light.
Dr. Wright.
You know? Yeah, I think that anyone who has and maintains a beard should aspire to.
He's got a beard.
You know, Dr. Light. Yeah, he's got that like Santa Claus quality. You know. I am hoping that eventually, like, you know, if I get to be old enough that my beard will completely white out, so that you know. So that I can have that look at least once in my life.
Yeah. Also, those bird things from Rockman 2 on the Famicom came back here. He used it as a boss attack. You know, like the bird that like drops the eggs and all the birds come flying out. That's a cute little reference. Yeah. I like. Also, Storm Eagle's piss easy. I had to try to get him really close to me to try and even give you some modicum of danger. To make you think I'm gonna get hit.
Warwick, if you aren't new, then I don't recall seeing you around before. So just in case, welcome in, and I hope you enjoy your time here.
Also, Katie, I've been doing okay. I mean, I'm feeling better now that I'm playing X1. I mean, X1's like probably in my top 5 favorite games. We're gonna do Flame Mammoth next. He's a fucking behemoth. He's like 10 feet tall.
Holy shit. Look at that. Also, just under half an hour, and 4 of these Mavericks are done for.
Oh
Halfway
yeah,
through.
give or take about. By the way, this game introduces, well, kind of drops it after this, but Flame Mammoth stage would be full of lava right now if we didn't beat Chill Penguin. But since we beat Chill Penguin, the lava's frozen over. And
yeah.
And in order to get least amount of backtracking, a heart tank is hidden under one of the platforms that has lava. Also, we're about to get the X-Buster upgrade.
Oh man.
This capsule contains a part, yes, just a part, which will increase the capabilities of your X-Buster. You can use it to fire all types of weapons. Well, I mean, we've already been doing that, though. So this is when the game gets really fun. Man, I gotta try to play X1, X2. I've beaten X1 already, says Logan. Yeah, look at this shit. This shit fucks here. It gives you... Yeah, you get a big old fucking pink charge shot. Also, we're gonna show off the charge homing torpedo. It just stays on screen, and it just fucks everything up. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Okay, you confirmed it in the gameplay there, so I was gonna ask if that was something to make your charge shot stronger, which, yes.
As well as letting you charge special weapons in general.
Oh yeah, man, that is pretty based. Oh, what do we have here?
Yeah, another sub-tank. We got 3 of the 4, so...
Nice.
All we got left is Spartan Angel sub-tank. Also, here's a cool one. You can slide, you can surfboard.
Yo.
That's sick. And I'll use that to get another Heart Tank and Boomer Coinger stage without backtracking if you're good enough. Which I am, but... I bet you're probably breathing a sigh of relief that my blustering and stroking of my ego about how good I am at Rockman games is, you know, not just all talk.
It's become pretty apparent.
I practiced this game for about a week or so before I was like, okay, I think I got a route that I like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need to practice too hard at this game. X3 I'm going to have to practice for a little while. But luckily, you'll have some more... You'll have at least Rockman 6 and Rockman World 5 before we get to X2. So I got some time to practice. X2 I don't need to practice much either. Also, Flame Mammoth, he like shoots out these like weird little oil things. If he uses his flamethrower attack, he'll set it on fire. As well as, you know, him stomping on the ground because, you know, he goes... Yeah, he'll knock you on your butt like that. There you go. And also, he's another boss that's affected by Boomer Coinger's attack, but I'll show that off in the Sigma Fortress during the refight.
Gotcha.
I really love in Maverick Hunter X, before you fight Flame Mammoth, he says, "Don't be stupid, Flame." And then Flame Mammoth does a stupid laugh. Yeah, that always stuck with me when I played the remake. I don't care much for the remake. I don't know. I never cared all that much for the remake. Gonna do Boomer, or no, we're gonna do Sting Chameleon next. Yeah, that's the next one in the order that I was doing. Never fight Sting Chameleon without his weapons, without his weakness. What were you saying?
Gotcha. Logan says, some people are theorizing that Classic and X are slowly tied together.
Leading into a tie, into a crossover.
Yeah. And surely hope the Classic series doesn't reach the conclusion anytime soon.
Yeah, because it'd be very dark.
Yeah, you know, it would be something of a bold move for Capcom to eventually be like, all right, yeah, this next Mega Man Classic is going to be the last one, at least in terms of storytelling. You know, that would. Also,
since we did launch Octopus a stage, we now have water here to get the heart tank. That's probably the least, I guess, impactful change of any of the stages changing from beating other stages. We're also about to complete our armor set, by the way, by beating this mini-boss.
Nice. The environmental changes was something I forgot about going into this
It's
one,
cool.
but I think is a very nice way to differentiate Classic and X for sure.
Yeah, this Tubble art over here, now he takes like 1 billion different hits to kill. So I finally get to catch my breath for a second. He doesn't do all that much, he just jumps around and uses a grappling claw to try and hit you. Nothing too crazy. Also, I do love Sting Chameleon's music, so I'll kind of let that hit for a minute.
Yeah, Methless was saying my least favorite from the first game.
Exactly.
While we are kind of in this lull, I know that you mentioned practicing X2 and 3 and whatnot in the meantime. My question for you in regards to 3 is, are you going to be playing the Super Nintendo or PlayStation version?
Honestly, I was thinking about playing the fan patch that has the English translation for your sake on the PlayStation 1 version, and then maybe I'll play like the Zero Project to do maybe a Zero playthrough for the Super Nintendo. Just that way you get a taste for all the different sound fonts.
Gotcha.
Also, real quick,
is there any?
This capsule contains a new. I'm sorry, contains a new type of body armor. It will reduce damage to your systems by 50%. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Damn. Is there any like significant difference aside from the quality of the soundtrack?
Gameplay wise, it's the exact same. It's literally just soundtrack, sound effects, and animated cutscenes.
Gotcha.
Also, just a last little spit in the face. They made sure the screen slows as slow as possible to get you out of here. Also, we have a complete first armor. So this is the first armor. It's a nice set of armor. You look unrecognizable from how you started the game.
If I remember correctly, at least in the U.S. Cover, this is what he's wearing in.
Yeah, in the Japanese
in the
cover,
US
he's
box
wearing
art.
his base. He's just in his base armor in the Japanese box art. We got Woody Woodpecker over here. Guess who? You just fucking, it's just the AVGN, but it's in like, it's just with like X's face. He just fucking rips his head off.
Yeah. Surprisingly, X series got banger music. Well, Mega Man franchise will always have banger soundtracks.
I can't believe
that is
it.
very correct, Logan.
Oh, so you can actually beat those guys before they get in their mechs, and you can just steal their mechs. This will be important in Sigma's second stage. I'm gonna charge here for a second. I know I'm disgraceful because I waited in the boss room to make sure that I was charged up all the way. Fucking sue me.
You know, whatever works.
Yeah, no, fighting him with the Buster is very difficult. Because he'll throw spikes at you, and he will go invisible and make him impossible to hit. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Okay, before I go on about that, say like when he goes invisible and shit, very very nice use of
the transparencies,
the effect that the Super Nintendo allows for.
Also, be careful of that tongue attack. The tongue is a pain in the ass to get the timing on. You could tell I was struggling with the timing there. Like, you have a frame to dodge it.
Man.
Because he does not, he barely telegraphs it.
What I was saying before, though, is in terms of you waiting to charge up your attack and whatnot, you know,
it's a good opener.
I liken it to abusing Supersonic in the classic Sonic games. Like, the game gave it to me, I have every right to use it.
Well, I wouldn't say it's quite to that extreme. It's just I like to start out with a fully charged shot to at least get a start on the health bar. More so for the sake of time. because I don't want to be sitting here dodging chameleons. See, look at that. How did I dodge half that shit? But yeah, that's how you bust a chameleon.
Dead.
Oh yeah, X3 was the last game to have the full armor show up in the North American box art. And then from there on out, it was pretty similar to the American and Japanese box art. It was just different key art for each one. Chameleon Sting is a great weapon. It shoots out into like 3, like at different angles, and if you charge it, you actually turn invisible, and you can just pass through enemies. I will be showing that off in the next stage here. Boomer Quanger's 7 feet tall. You can also
almost 8.
Yeah, almost 8. Probably my favorite song in the game, maybe. Maybe. I mean, Sigma's second stage is really good.
Whoa. Robert says, so there's a novelization of this game that retcons that Aelia was here and has always been X's navigator for the whole time.
Yeah, I don't much care for that. Also, I'm showing off the charged chameleon sting. See, look, you just dodge all this shit.
Also, I'm definitely hearing what you're saying with the music, but man, I actually rather like this, because like you know, if you know like where to go, what to do, what to find, and whatnot,
it's super flowful.
Yeah, this game has a ton of options for gameplay
routing.
And whatnot. It's,
yeah. And people in your ear told you that the X series was a bad series. It's like, no, it's just like most of it's good. And then it kind of lost its shit on like X7 and maybe X6. Even though I'll tell you that X6 isn't as bad as people say it is. But then again, it's also Stockholm Syndrome because I know Damage Buster only the game than was.
Well. Let's see here. KUko, welcome to the stream, says, poor chameleon blowed up.
Yeah, chameleon go boom. Also, we're about to get the heart tank. This is the only upgrade in Koinger's level. By the way, Koinger is Japanese for cockroach.
Interesting they didn't change that for...
I don't know, it was Capcom in the 90s. They both either had amazing translations or they didn't try. Also, you think you need Koinger's weapon? No, you can just slide like Chill Penguin and just, boom, get it. Just go off the edge right there. You can tell I'm going really fast. You see me just dash jumping everywhere. I like to dash jump a lot. It helps you get a move on, especially in the PlayStation games where those games feel a little slower. At least the rate of fire feels slower, so it might just be a placebo. But
yeah.
They don't feel as like they feel more floaty. They don't feel as snappy as X1, X2, X3.
Yeah.
But it's still fast.
For KUko, I actually want to ask this because I started hearing it in the stage theme, and I want to know if you did too. Did you hear similarities with like the menu song from WCW versus NWO World Tour? Because I was thinking about it for a second. I was like, did I hear this song before? And I didn't, but it's very similar, some of those notes.
Also, real quick,
to the way that one goes.
Basically, Koinger is basically just Cutman, but he can like German suplex you and he can teleport. That's it. Nothing too crazy. I mean, that sounds crazy out of context, but when you're actually fighting him, it's not too bad.
Gotcha.
But that's a crazy pull skull. That is a crazy game to reference.
Yeah, I was just hearing it and I was like, wait a second. No, I swear I've heard this before. What was it? It took me a few minutes to remember, but.
And the very last, Spark Mandrill. Usually, he's 10 feet fucking tall. Yeah, no, Spark Mandrill's usually either middle of the boss order, like 4 or 5, or he's second if you're a normie, and you took the blue pill. Now, if you took the red pill, you do Chill Penguin, Storm Eagle, Flame Mammoth, Boomer Clanger, then Spark Mandrill. If you're based like me and actually want to do a weakness run, but yeah, no, if you're blue pilled, if you want to stay if you want to not face reality, you can do Chill Penguin and Spark Mandrill. Also, I'm struggling here with Boomerang Clanger's weapon. It's basically Cutman's weapon from Rockman 1. Although here, if it comes back to you, you actually get the weapon energy back.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I wish Rolling Cutter did that in 1.
I like how you're able to get the item there from it.
Yeah, that is the only way you can get the sub-tank. It's like that's meant to be the last one you're supposed to find. And it's meant to be kind of like, how do I find the last sub-tank? And it's, hidden off in a corner. And if you're backtracking, here, since we beat Storm Eagle, you saw his ship crash at the beginning of the stage, and it turned dark. So for once, it actually doesn't benefit you to beat a boss first. But I mean, the stage is so simple, it's not even... Although it does kind of work to your benefit at some point, because the boss here, he'd be shooting out electricity if you went to him first. If you went to Mandrill second. So now he's just an ineffectual bubble in this case.
It's interesting that of the 8 Mavericks in this game, they chose Spark Mandrill to be in the Ruby Spears Mega Man cartoon in the X episode.
Yeah, him and Vava were in it.
I guess since the game was so recent, none of the Mavericks were really all that iconic yet, so maybe Capcom was just like, I don't know, here's all of them, pick one.
Well, probably they were like, oh hey, maybe because I remember the plot revolving around some sort of electricity, and Spark Mandrill's the electric Maverick, so... And also, it's kind of like, and it's like Vava, maybe it's like a Vegeta and Nappa situation where it's like small guy, big guy. Like Mandrill is like his personal guard in that mission. Also, we got the last heart tank, or no, we got second to last because we still got to go get Chill Penguins.
Nice.
And that'll be the only backtracking we have to do outside of the Hadouken. So, that's generally how you just, get some of the bosses, some of the easier bosses out of the way first. That way you can get their weapons and get their weakness. Also, another random life drop.
Nice.
I guess I'm at full health so often. It's like it's either weapon energy or lives. I guess they're like, okay, I guess he'll drop. I have Spark Mandrill's weakness, and of course you know about Spark Mandrill syndrome. But he's actually a really hard boss. He's like 3rd hardest of the 8 or 4th hardest of the 8 maybe to do it, because he basically doesn't telegraph any of his attacks. He kind of just dashes at you. Or he can just decide, like, on a frame to be like, oh, I'm gonna punch the ground and make electricity come out.
Robert says that rumor has it that X will be a part of the second wave of Mega Man Blockies, and I love Blockies and just want to see which Mega Man they do. Are Blockies the same line of figures that you post those Ultraman ones to on Vinny's server?
I think so. Because I know Blockies from like the Transformers people. Also, we got Electric Spark. The reason why I also went to Spark Mandrill last was because his weapon's kind of the least interesting. But I'll show it off a little bit on the backtrack to Chill Penguin stage. Also, we got another cutscene.
Right. Oh,
finally, we found Sigma's fortress. Yeah, no, I went all over the fucking world. Let's go in and put an end to his war against the humans. Also, Sigma's fucking ugly mug is looking at me now. Also, this also introduced the concept of the stage select changing once you hit the final 4 stages. Every X game does that.
Oh, nice.
So it's like a much more like menacing or intense song. Show off electric spark here. So it makes a wall of electricity, and of course you shoot out like electric bubbles, I guess. Well, electric sparks, you might even say. I mean, it's better than
Yeah.
Sparkman's weapon from Rockman 3, so I mean, you know, you can actually hit enemies with it. But yeah, no, this is
This game
backtracking.
truly is your playground, like when you have all the stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, it basically was my very literal childhood playground. I feel like I'm just like, there's gonna be fan art one day where it's like, it's KUko like running around like a fucking like industrial park, and I'm just showing Skull this. It's like, hey, come on and swing on the monkey bars, and it's just like hanging chains with like hooks on them. And people say this game is hard, and I'm like, this game is not that hard. But what were you saying?
Robert there was answering, yes, but currently they are only doing Mega Man at their champion class price point, I presume, which are 5-inch scale kits that come in waves of. They come in waves. Wave 1 is Star Force Mega Man and a Zero Series version of Zero.
Yeah.
What?
Also, we're going to go get the Hadouken. We technically 100% of the game. You don't actually need the Hadouken for the game to count it as 100%. But it's you know, it's extra. It's 101%. It's bonus.
A wise man once said, "Why the hell not?"
I may as well show it. I mean, I am showing off everything. Like, I'm gonna show off the Shoryuken in X2. I'm gonna show the gold armor and the Z Saber in X3. It's like, what the fuck not? It's at least it's never as mind-numbing as X1's Hadouken, where, you know, also you can destroy little enemies with charged rolling shield.
Nice.
So here, I can just run through like it's a fucking Sonic game.
For real, though.
Also, this is the first game to introduce having weapon switching to L and R, and I can't believe I didn't even mention that. So you saw me like just randomly changing colors. You haven't even seen the pause screen yet, Skull. I hadn't even shown you it yet.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, no, I've just been changing weapons on the fly. If you know where every weapon is in the wheel and you have the hand-eye coordination to do it, oh yeah, no, you can just basically just be an unstoppable shape-shifting god, basically. Alright, time to die. First death of the run, may as well reset. No, I'm joking. You have to die 4 times to... I wonder if there's an alternate method where you can beat the stage 4 times in a row like this, and it would still unlock it. But I've never tried that, because I have, honestly, I have better things to do with my time. Like sit here and ruin Rockman for myself. Also, the game's slowing down because of all the sprites on screen. I think you saw that on the first go around, but
Yeah.
yeah. Run's going well so far, so.
Don't remember you showing off the Wily Bomb, the bat from the classic
Oh
series
yeah,
in this level.
at the beginning of the level, and I forgot to show this off. There's the you know, like the bats from Rockman 2, like the really cartoony ones.
Yeah.
They don't look like these, but there's like only one of them in the game that's in this game that shows up, and if you you know, it dies in one pellet like any other bad enemy in the series, pretty much. But if you shoot it, it has pretty much a near 100% chance to spawn a 1-up. And that's why they give you all that, so that way you can die in the stage as many times as you need to until you get that Hadouken. Also, Super Nintendo O and R, yes, but I mapped my dash to R, so it's L and A, because that's where dash is normally mapped to. So I'm using L and A while I'm dashing with R, pressing B for jump and Y for shoot. That's why I wait for,
Yeah.
like, lulls in the action. Not lulls as in LOL, I mean lulls as in lol. Also, we got Dr. White in a Ryu outfit. I'll give you a special present. Now enter the damn capsule, please.
Sorry to have had to make you die 4 times rather for that.
Mega Man. So it's the exact same input as the Street Fighter. Also, here's the pause menu. It's a nice pause menu.
Hey.
Also, you can escape out of levels after you beat them, which is something that this game also introduced. This game introduced a lot of quality of life stuff for Rockman in general.
Very nice.
Let's split up. I'll go in first, and then you can slip in while I keep the main defenses distracted. Also, sounds like something out of Terminator right here.
Yeah, actually.
And I love this first part. It's like you actually, because this fortress is on a floating island, you know, like a certain other franchise with a blue mascot. But, you know, I like that you actually get in and you can actually climb up that rocky wall that you just saw right there if you're really, really good.
Josh is here. Hello, Josh. Says, dude, Brandon, my guy. Did you hear the big Game Center news?
What happened with
No.
Game Center? Like Game Center CX?
Are we getting fully official subtitles?
God, I hope.
Is Reno coming to America for a huge tour? Did cameraman Abe go to prison?
Honestly, I hope we get real subtitles, that way I can watch it with other people that don't understand what they're saying. And, you know, I don't have to search around for English subs. Oh, yeah, also, as we're going about this, you know, there's this, like, beautiful, like, heart-rending scene. X, do as I tell you or his history. Don't listen to him. Go ahead and blast him. Dream on Zero. X knows he can't defeat me. My armored carrier is more than a match for his ancient weapons. And I like that dialogue. It implies that, like, they actually know that, like, X is, like, the oldest robot here in terms of, like, technology-wise. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let him destroy me, X. I can hide and then repair myself.
Yeah, I hid myself while I tried to repair myself. We'll get into that in, like, 5 games. Or, like, 7 games. Or 8 games.
Yeah.
Depends on if I want to do extreme.
You were a torso and an arm.
You had a fucking Mega Buster for an arm, as Clement would say. Maybe, but I'm not through yet. As to quote Nintendo Capri Sun's run of X1, it's, you know, Zero just went outside to smoke a cigarette, basically. Like, that's where he was at the first half of the stage. What a worthless gesture. I can't be defeated so easily. So X, it's just you and me now. I'm gonna try and Hadouken his ass, by the way. I've had enough of Vava's shit. What the? Where did all that energy come from? It really doesn't matter how much energy you absorb, X. You are still far too weak. Prepare to be terminated. Yeah, speaking of Terminator. Try it.
Prepare to be terminated.
Come on. There we go! Yeah, got his ass.
Holy fuck.
When it KOs every boss in the game, outside of Sigma's last form, due to how it works, but we'll get into that when we get into that. Not Zelo! X, I've taken too much damage. Auto repair systems can't handle it. Yeah, it can't fucking fix your torso. Maybe you can destroy Sigma. If you did not get the X-Buster upgrade in Flame Mammoth stage, he will give you his Zero Buster, but it works the exact same in the original game. In Maverick Hunter X, you get like a big red charge shot for it, so there's like a distinction there.
Oh, nice.
I was thinking
I told you
about.
already, but they.
Oh.
Josh was saying, I think I told you already. They've allowed 7th gen games now. We're
Oh.
old. Yep.
Hey. We can now get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on the Xbox 360 on Game Center CX.
They did make the announcement with him holding a PS3 and a Wii. So.
Oh yeah, not a 360. Yeah.
It's interesting because like as far as I know, the only time that Xbox had any sort of traction in Japan was like early 360 era, but then Microsoft did some. From what I understand, Microsoft did some like really stupid marketing shit, and then like the Japanese consumers were like, "Oh, well, fuck you then."
Yeah, and they never got past it. Oh, so that was Boomerang Koinger with his weakness. Come on, Met. You know, 100 years later, we still can't fucking get Mets out of their goddamn helmets.
This technology is too overpowered.
Shit, we need that shit in real life.
Oh god, yeah.
Time for the Book of Vava Fett. That's funny. Imagine him playing Super Meat Boy in that show. Don't even make me think about that. He would never get done with it. It'd be 17 episodes in.
And that would be a challenge failed for sure.
Also, Bow Spider, it's basically like, look, you know, like those little like games. Like I know Mario 64 DS had a game like this, but you know, it's like guess where he's gonna go down. I don't know if like those types of games are very popular in Japan, but you know, you do that and Shotgun Ice is his weakness. Also for Vava, I recommend if you're not gonna Hadouken him, you fight him with Rolling Shield. That's his weakness there. Shotgun Ice is also his weakness, but you deal with him for Bow Spider. Also, I'm trying to Hadouken the spider now. You can tell I'm bored. I'm like, I don't feel like doing that. Here we go. Yeah, got his ass. Hardest boss in the game to Hadouken, by the way.
Nice.
Goomba wished they had the Mets head. Yeah, Goomba. Yeah, Goombas. I bet probably would appreciate the Mets helmets.
Oh, totally.
Time for the second stage. I love this song.
Did you think Koinger was based off of without knowing what part of his name is? I don't know.
I love this song.
And then Josh said that was the announcement for the staff meeting about allowing the games, which the staff were unsure of. The reason it's allowed now is that the viewers also wanted it from a YouTube stream poll. That does make sense. Now that 7th gen games are allowed, we can finally have the Game Center CX challenge of Game Center CX for the Nintendo DS.
No, that is pretty. Imagine him trying to figure out a DS capture card. See, also, when I said this would be important in Sigma's second stage of stealing the guy's mech suit, you know, it's a pretty treacherous section. Play Rock'em Sock'em Robots with the mechs.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty satisfying. Shit, I wouldn't mind streaming Zelda on this channel now that I know that that this shit actually works. I could stream Sonic. I could stream your mom's skull. That's what I could do. I've just been hitting a lot of the bosses with Hadoukens, just until we get to the unique interactions with like weaknesses and stuff like that. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Speaking of Super Meat Boy, does anyone remember when Clements played Super Meat Boy drunk? He passed out drunk at the end of that.
I hate Mega Man X6! He's just on the fetal position.
I hate Mega Man X6.
That game's a piece of shit. And he just like goes into detail about why he hates it.
Yeah.
I should get drunk for the X6 stream that we're gonna do someday, and I'm like, I love Mega Man X6. I love Mega Man X6. Also, here's
Oh,
Rangda
boy.
Bangda. Remember him for later. He'll be back in X5.
Yeah, I was gonna joke about this being the X series Yellow Devil, but don't isn't there actually a Yellow Devil variant
Yes,
in one of these games?
There's the Shadow Devil. He's also an X5, and it's kind of implied to be like the last devil that WiiWii ever made.
I thought something of the sort.
If he shoots out like his eyes, and you want the blues because the blue eyes don't shoot any lasers. The green doesn't shoots out only one like little energy pellet, and then the three like shoots out three little energy pellets, and they can potentially charge you. All three of them can potentially charge you. Time for the penultimate stage. Here's where a majority of the boss refights are. But luckily there's like little bits of level in between. Let's see who's first. Oh, it's Armored Armadillo. I can show off the weakness real quick. Done? Nah, never mind. I'm gonna Duke in his ass. Nah, never mind. I want to hit him with the electric spark. There you go. Here's what he does. His armor breaks off. I'll fight him for real.
Good grief, he's naked!
Good grief, he's naked! He's very easy. He's a pussy. Like, look at him. He's not even... And you can hit him while he's in ball form, and he doesn't do as much damage.
Not so tough without that armor now, are you, mister?
At least he's trying to fight. He's trying to do the same shit he was already doing. What an asshole. Glad I don't see his ass again.
Yeah, jerk.
Let's see here. Okay, Sting Chameleon. Yeah, here's how you're actually probably supposed to actually fight Sting Chameleon with his weakness. You can just soft lock him, you can do this. Then he'll come up. Well, don't take damage like I am, like a dumbass, but... That was a good dodge, though. Yeah, see, you can soft lock him.
Trapped in a pattern.
Well, he was, and then he got a little too high up. You know, it'd be great if Boomerang Cutter doesn't miss. There we go.
Bye, Mitch.
Time for the next little bit of level. Who's it next? I've forgotten who was it. Was it? It's Mandrill. Okay, so we're gonna see Spark Mandrill's syndrome in full effect. I'm gonna fuck with him. Look at this. Boom. Well, I messed up the timing. There we go. There we go. Got his ass. Wait a second! Hey! What do you mean?
Let me...
Hold on!
Good morning!
Hey!
You!
X6 it! He's just like, he's trying to get in some words before he even starts. So that's Spark Mandrill Syndrome. We're gonna show off the unique interaction that Launch Octopus has with the Boomerang Cutter. It's actually kind of morbid too, what they that they put this in the game. Because apparently, well, we know they do this to octopuses in real life, but it gets really disturbing when we get to Flame Mammoth. He's trapped in a pattern, says that
Exactly.
But here's a cool thing. Hit him, he lost his tentacles. He can't do certain attacks anymore. Because he cut off his tentacles. So now he can just sit there and kind of hop around ineffectually and shoot out some missiles. He can't do all his crazy like charged attacks or anything like that. Also, this is a weakness, which is rolling shield. Alright, I know Flame Mammoth's next. Because Flame Mammoth's always the last guy. You can tell I'm starting to wear out a little bit.
To get...
Sting Chameleon's weapon. The invisibility.
Oh, it makes you impervious to spikes.
Yeah, it makes you impervious to everything.
Oh, wow.
Alright, time to cut off Flame Mammoth's trunk, because apparently they do that to elephants in real life. Now Jesus he just Christ. Has a piggy nose. Just fucked up. Rockman X is a fucking...
Man Stunlock in Mega Man 7.
Yeah, it's almost as bad!
Maybe we'll see that when Mega Man 7 comes around.
Oh, we'll get to... Well, hopefully if the player doesn't fuck up the pattern. Alright, time for the actual boss. Not Rang to Bang. D-Rex, that's his name. Which is an interesting name. I was like, D-Rex. He can, like, ram into the wall and he'll, like, knock you off the wall. He has 2 separate components, and he can fire off, like, an energy blast. He's about to do it here. It's a hard thing to dodge, actually. No, if I don't...
This is very big.
Yeah, it's very big. Ooh, yeah, I'm cutting it close here. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm just gonna dash under the fucker. There we go. You can tell I'm starting to wear down a little bit. What were you saying?
Nearly had first unintentional death.
Yeah. Let's see how Sigma goes, because we're at the final stage now. The thing about Sigma, it's one long vertical shaft leading up to him, and there are little caterpillars that crawl out of the pipes, and you can farm those with Rolling Shield's charge shot to get full sub-tanks again, in case you die to them. See, look right there, see those little caterpillars. The blush ring. I do like the ominous music, though. It's pretty...
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good. Welcome! I see you managed to get here by yourself. Very impressive. I could destroy you, but I would not want to rob my pet of that pleasure. He knows how to deal with betrayers. Should you live, I'll be waiting for you. Don't disappoint me, X. So you get to fight Volgoddard. His weakness is Shotgun Ice. I didn't want to Hadouken him. He's like the easiest boss in the game to Hadouken, give or take. But I didn't want to... Yeah, what's the fun in that? It's supposed to be a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Also, last time you'll hear the regular boss theme. Now it's just Sigma's songs after this. Excellent job, X. I see why Zero counted on you. You almost were as good a hunter as I was, but the time for your destruction has arrived. You shall regret ever having to find me. His weakness is Spartan Angel's weapon, Electric Spark. Just do what I'm doing here, and he won't give you any trouble, pretty much. If I don't try to get fancy.
Here, Josh says, I expected this, but it is still rather disappointing. Nintendo's version is the only one to remove all the licensed stuff, including the DualShock 3 that Snake uses, obviously.
Yeah, but hey, it's better to be ported at all.
Yeah, I suppose that that makes sense.
If you let him get off any more attacks, because I got him stuck in a lock, but you can even do this with just the regular X-Buster. But he can like swipe at you with his lightsaber. He can shoot like out of his little gem forehead. He can shoot out energy spears. It's nothing crazy. Also, final boss time.
Oh
One
man.
boss that you can't Hadouken. Watch out for these little paws right here. They shoot out lightning. You can actually step on the edge here and get like multiple shots off with the rolling shield. You need the fully upgraded X-Buster. That's why they forced it upon you, because you need it to at least damage the final boss for a Buster-only run. It does 1 tick of health, but you can damage him like that. But I recommend rolling shield. I really do, unless you're on a challenge run. Watch out for those hands and watch out for that mouth. Luckily his eyes, the wolf eyes, not his normal eyes, will come on and will telegraph an attack to you. Now if you're in the position to dodge, now that's up to you, but... I got some good hits there. I'm also going to show off a sub-take. I'm going to actually take some damage intentionally here in just a minute. To show off what that does, look. See, there's a sub-tank. It refills up your whole health. And you can refill it.
Yay.
There we go. Game's done.
Just a little over an hour and 15 minutes into the
No, it's not possible. I'm a Reploid. I can't be destroyed by you. Why, X? Why have you done this to us? Without the humans, my Reploid brothers could have ushered in a new age. There's still some more text coming up, don't worry. Well, it looks like Angel Island's gonna crash and Sonic's gonna be pissed. Knuckles is gonna be pissed. Yeah, he's reached his final form as Persona, says Robert. Let me let some of this text roll on screen for a second to kind of... The war is ended for now, and peace has been restored. But those who sacrifice themselves for the victory will never return. Yeah, sure, buddy. They'll never... Zero's never coming back. Zero's a one and done. Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped caused, and wondered why he chose to fight. Get used to that line a lot. Was there another way? Get used to that line a lot. Take a drink every time X contemplates the nature of violence. Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer. It's definitely a more downer ending. How long will he keep fighting? Take a shot every time he says that. How long will the pain last? Take a shot every time he says that line. Maybe the X-Buster on his arm knows for sure.
What is he fighting for?
What is he? Well, that's Zero. Zero's probably would stand on a cliff and wonder that. Why did I kill my girlfriend? I like this little section here. And we have to watch the whole credits because there's a little after credit scene that's important to the story.
That's all good. There we go.
So I shredded through this game, kinda. Or at least...
sure did.
Hopefully I did okay. I got a little sloppy towards the end there because I was starting to wear out a little. I just woke up like a few hours ago, so I'm a little out of it, and I'd had a killer shift at work yesterday.
I mean...
Big...
I don't think that most of us would have noticed if you hadn't brought it up. That was incredible. One close call near the end of the game, but otherwise you didn't die without it being intentional.
Yeah, no, it was a no-death run, effectively. Because people don't count deaths with Hadouken, getting the Hadouken, typically, for 101%. So it was deathless.
Bravo.
Chill Penguin. Launch Octopardo. What a guy. He was a funny guy. Storm Egret. What a funny guy. I remember I went to the bar with him. Armored Armadillo. What a cunt. Flame Mammoth. He was stupid, as one of the chatters said. Sting Chameleon. He was an asshole. He was 10 of them, actually. Spark Mandrill. Well, he had bad Spark Mandrill syndrome, so it was, you know, I feel bad for him. Boomer Coinger. Vava. Sigma. Do you want to know who else is Sigma? Also Zero. Hi, Zero.
You know who else is Sigma?
Sigma Balls! I love this ending song. Oh, I love this. And you as Mega Man X. I don't know. That's a very touching sentiment. Or in the Japanese version, and you as Rockman X. Thank you, Capcom. You never made a game this good again to me. Although you came close a bunch of times. You know, you got Biohazard 2 and... So here's the programmers, and then there's one last little scene that maybe has a little something fun.
I love the tonal dissonance here, because you know, we got the endings like, but what is the point of all this?
It's like
violence?
A downer, and then it like gets into like a very like almost like an epic like rock ballad, and then it's like, hey guys, here's the programmers, whoa, here's Inafune.
The first half of the credits song is you know, I think it fits
triumphant
and whatnot, and then this here is like game show music when they're showing off the prize that you won.
Special thanks, Capcom all staff. Thank you for playing by Capcom. Don't worry, there's a little thing coming up. You know, they expect you to turn off the console at this point, but there's a little something. Just a little something. But yeah, no, I love X1. This is still a good song, though. It's just a very strange... I guess it's like it's not meant to be part of the story at this point. So it's like, oh, hey, here's all the funny... Apparently, this was one of the first tracks composed for the game. In one of the guidebooks, they'd said that this was like a very early prototype track that they had, and they didn't want it to go unused, so they placed it in the credits. There's a little something. You have won a temporary victory, X. What you destroyed was only a temporary body. My spirit remains intact.
It was a Doombot this whole time.
In time, I will find other bodies strong enough to do my bidding, and I will return. I shall see you soon, X. Very soon. Get used to hearing that a bunch of times. But it was kind of haunting here because
Mega Man X2.
Yeah, buy Mega Man X2 in a year and a half from now. About. No, kid, come on, kids. Also, this is the last screen of the game. It hangs on the screen, by the way. So it's like you gotta get close to his face to like turn off the console, and it's like, ooh, no.
Imagine if you wait like 2 minutes and then a new text comes up, is like, okay, yeah, you can turn the console off.
It's like also no. Imagine he just says thank you for playing by Capcom. It's like thank you for playing, by the way, kid. You know, you did a good job. Because I remember I'd play this in like a dark room on a CRT, and I was like kind of creeped out about this when I beat it my first time when I was like 5. And I was like unsettled because I didn't know if there was a sequel. I had no idea that like X2 existed. I think X2 was like my first experience with like a video game sequel, like proper, and like finding out that a sequel existed. I was like, I gotta go play it. And, I mean, yeah, it was pretty good. It wasn't as good as X1, but I mean, it was pretty good. I like X2 a lot.
Yeah. Hello to Eddie. Welcome into the stream. How are y'all doing? It's going pretty well. You know.
I just shredded through the game.
Yeah, it was quite impressive.
You'll have to watch the VOD, Eddie, to see what the fuck I did.
Yeah. It was some neato burrito shit.
Yeah, it was some voodoo shit. So are we ready for the Q&A? Sigma's just standing here sneering at us. He's like, are you gonna turn off the game or?
Come on, guy. I've already threatened X. It is now safe to turn your computer off.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I just immediately hit the power button. The stream didn't save.
I'm glad y'all are doing well because I'm certainly not. I'm sorry to hear
Oh
that, Eddie.
Lord, I'm sorry, Eddie.
Hopefully things look up for you soon. But yeah, we can do a little Q&A if anyone's got something they want to talk about. You know, a question perhaps. You know, complaints, questions, comments, concerns, complaints, as I like to say. We can tend to that for a little bit.
Are you able to get back to your normal like splash screen in this setup or?
No.
Honestly,
So we'll just have to...
I almost want to just keep it on this phase just for a special occasion. just to have Sigma staring. What do you think of all this, Sigma? Oh, I don't know. I imagine him in this game having like a Sylvester Stallone voice. He's like, I don't know. Oh, this is a pretty good game. I like the fact that
he does appear to be like mildly annoyed with that look. Yeah. Let's see here. Wah says Sigma's like, you ain't gonna show what games you got on your phone.
I mean,
What games have you on your phone?
I mean, I have the classic Sonic remasters. I have 1, 2, and CD on there.
Oh man.
I hadn't touched them since the decomps came out, but you know.
It's nice to have them because you can't get them anymore.
Oh, the remasters? They're not on phone?
Yeah, I believe they got rid of the mobile releases after
Origins
not immediately after Origins came out, but I seem to remember hearing something about like you can't get these on.
Let me check it. Let me check
on Android or iOS anymore.
Yeah, let me check the App Store real quick. Let me check the shit out here real quick.
Eddie says, "Never mind, my day is not that bad." Well, you know.
No, you can't.
If it hasn't been going so well, then
you can't get them anymore.
Then I hope things look up.
I'm surprised. Yeah. I would think they would want those still on because I would assume it's a different market.
Yeah, it's not like they released Sonic Origins for phones either, so it's like...
I guess buy it on Switch, I guess, if you want the remasters. I mean, to be fair, though, actually, the Origins versions with all the patches and stuff are actually better than the phone versions now, but because they don't have as many bugs, they're actually... A lot of those spring behaviors actually function more like the Mega Drive games, and their collision detection is actually a little bit better. I mean, luckily, we got the decomps, and I mean, we have... You know, between you and me, we have the APKs. So, you know, it's not like they're lost media or anything. Between you and me, if you know how to sell the 7 Cs, you can get them. How do you feel about this, Sigma?
He surprisingly isn't as much of a presence in this first game here than that I thought he was gonna be.
Well, he became like almost like a cartoon villain in like second game going forward. You know, he was actually kind of menacing because he was more of like a looming threat. And, you know, he like talked more politely. He wasn't like laughing maniacally. He was almost monotone. That's how I imagine Sigma next one, like very monotone. Like, he only started getting emotional towards the last fight. And...
Yeah.
I guess detached would be the term.
Not bad by any means. I just thought that he was going to be in the game a little more than he was.
Yeah.
See, Saturn says, I remember hearing that you can't get Sonic CD on PS3, 360, and PC anymore.
Well, that happened
I think with PC you can still get it on PC you can still get it if I remember correctly, but it's like Sonic Generations where
No,
you can
no,
only get it in the bundle.
no.
No,
Generations is the no. Apparently they weren't from CD of delisting it, and they Generations is like the one game that you can do that with. CD you can't do that with, I don't think.
there's there's a couple games I know that you can't buy individually anymore. Generations is one of them, but they have like uh,
Yeah, the
the
bundle.
compilation pack where yeah, the bundle pack where you can get the game individually.
Yeah,
And
the
I
old
thought
PC.
CD was among those.
No, you can't get 2011 CD anymore. You have to get Origins because that happened before they. Generations was done because of the backlash of what happened to CD,
Yeah.
where they did that
I
as a
just think it's
compromise.
dumb that I just think it's dumb that they do that in general.
Yeah,
Uh
no, because I like
yeah,
to
yeah.
have games preserved if I can.
Yeah, like there's no official way right now to get like the actual original versions of Sonic 1, 2 and 3 and K and all that, and it's like you had the chance. They could have emulated them in Origins, but instead it's just the new versions in a 4:3 aspect ratio, and it's like, come on,
That is
you know.
impressive though that the retro engine was actually had a 4:3 mode, which I actually did not know about
Yeah, I
before.
suppose like that's neat and all, but like you know, uh, there are certain places where you can definitely tell. I think Sonic One is definitely the most apparent in that respect, where it's just not meant to be played in that engine.
See, I feel like 3 and
Uh,
K, that port of 3 and K, Sonic moves more like how he does in Mania, which is a lot faster. So in 4:3, that feels a little bit more, he feels more unwieldy in classic mode in 3 and K in that.
and I know the biggest problem in 3 and K, I think, is some of those spike traps in Carnival Night Zone. Because the hitboxes are a little different, I
They
suppose. So
fixed
like,
those in the
whereas
most
you
recent
could,
patch.
oh, they did.
Yeah,
Okay,
they fixed it to behave more like the Mega Drive games, and also actually shrunk the hitbox slightly to account for Sonic's higher speed.
gotcha.
At least that's what I had heard reading
Uh,
Sonic Retro forums about this stuff. Because every time a patch came out for Origins, I would like scour the Sonic Retro forums to see.
yeah. Uh, I love blah blah. X7 Sigma, where his weakness is bubbles.
Or we'll get to X7 eventually, but I'll actually do it with Zero, and you can just hit him in the background with the boomerang. And it's very funny, and you can just soft lock him there, and he won't even barely get an attack off.
uh, and Saturn said, plus people didn't want the Sonic Generations modding scene to be hurt by the game getting delisted.
Yeah,
That is also very true. A lot of people were,
very vocal about it.
writing up to Sega on Twitter and all that, and yeah, so it's like in some way it's dumb that like the game's not
Easily
fully
available.
publicly available anymore, but at least it is in some fashion. Uh, you know.
Well, I'm glad that,
Oh yeah,
and I've noticed this, and this might be due to the way that the game was built, but Generations is its own separate EXE in Sonic X Shadow Generation, so people have been figuring out how to get mods working in that version of Generations.
yeah. That's something I definitely remember when I booted it up for the first time, being like, oh, it's a different. That's weird. You know, uh, but
Sonic Retro is
if it
still a
makes
thing? Well, yeah. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
uh, if it helps the modding community, bring over the old ones to the new thing, then that's good. And yes, Sonic Retro definitely is still a thing.
Yeah.
It's you know,
They still have
it's
the
a place
hacking
where
contest.
fan game makers and like Yancey just said, ROM hackers. That's like their paradise. Uh,
The
over
only
there.
message board I still use from back in the day. Like, I'll still browse Sonic Retro forums.
Yeah. It's a good place for that that end of the fandom, which is pretty split from, like, say, the YouTube creator space. But you know, I do find it interesting in that way. But
Yeah, it's pretty
yeah,
interesting. It's
still
definitely a
around.
different culture.
It's still around, still going strong.
Yeah, they still update their prototype wiki articles on their wiki.
Mm-hmm. Mega Man X7 with burn to ground, burn to ground, burn
Burn,
to the
burn, burn to the
burn to the
ground.
ground, burn to the ground.
Burn, burn, burn to
I'm
the
not sure
ground.
what.
Burn to the ground. Burn to the ground. You know, that's Flame High and Ard. That's one of the Mavericks in that game, and he
Oh,
has
okay.
a very loud, like peaks their mic type of how loud it would get at one point. It would be like burn, and it would like actually
Oh God.
scream, and it would actually like cause the mic to crackle, and you can hear it in the game. And it like I've heard it
Oh
actually
God.
damage people's speakers before on their old
Jesus
CRTs.
Christ.
If their game's loud enough, if their game's like at 40 decimals or 50 decimals, like it'll actually like do damage to it and like burn out one. No pun intended, burn out one of their speakers. That's why he's called Burn High and Yard.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, there was no
Uh,
quality control with X7's English dub, or just X7 in general.
uh, Eddie says, "I love Sonic Retro. Don't visit it very often, but when I do, I sure do." Yeah. When I played X7, he said, "Burn to the ground," like once. Maybe he got lucky. Who
See,
knows?
and my most recent playthrough of X7 like 2 years ago, because I don't go back to that game often, I was like, holy shit, he does not shut up. Like that boss fight went on for like 3-4 minutes, and about 2.5 of those minutes were just him screaming burn to the ground, and it gets very grating very fast.
Damn. Speaking of X7 though, and I'm gonna turn this into a generalized question, just for the franchise as a whole. Do you or anyone in chat think that a fully 3D Mega Man game should be given another chance?
Well, they had a chance. It was called Mega Man Legends or Rockman Dash in Japan. Those games are great. Those games were well
Yeah,
received.
that's what.
People love those games.
Yeah, but it's one of very few examples. You got Legends 1 and 2, and then X7, and that's
That's
it.
it. Yeah. I mean, I think they could do another one, but I'd prefer them just to do another Legends game if they're gonna do another 3D one. Because it's like I don't know. I feel like the X series really doesn't lend itself to unless it was like Devil May Cry styled game, kind of like that in a sense. Um, I feel like the X series just doesn't work in 3D like that. That's why they went back to 2D for
Gotcha.
X8. I can't wait till I can start showing off a Zero. Because if you think my X1 show off is kind of nuts, you should see what I do with Zero and X4, X5, X6.
Oh man. I know I've seen some of your gameplay on YouTube and thought, Jesus Christ,
That's me sweating.
uh,
That's me not that's me like hunched over completely like on a lagless CRT capturing footage off an actual PlayStation.
even still. If Mario and Sonic and other platformers work in 3D, why not Mega Man?
They did. It's called Legends. Oh yeah, Tronbon, but Tronbon's not really like a 3D adventure game, really
It's
and truly. It's kind of more of a. I don't even know what to call Tronbon, but what are you saying? I'm sorry.
is I knew it was a different genre. Isn't it like an RPG or something?
It's it's a lot of things. It kind of suffers from Sonic Adventure 2 syndrome, where parts of it are actiony, parts of it are like almost like RTS, parts of it are partially even dating sim, from what I remember.
Hmm.
I haven't played Tron-Bon in a
Not
long time, but I'd beaten it once, and then I was like, yeah, yeah, it was okay.
well. Uh, yeah, if they did like a Legends 3 or maybe even make another sub-series or something where they can kind of make it like focused. I think another attempt would definitely be worth it, you know.
I mean,
So they
first I
haven't
would
done
want
it
them
so
to make
often. So it's
an
not like they haven't done it so often. So it's not like the idea is played out or anything either.
yeah. I mean, I would want them to do an X9 first before touching anything 3D. Just so that way we can have a... Unless you want to make X9 the 3D game. And in which case, I'd actually probably... I don't know, I'd probably do a backflip and do my tornado special and... I don't know, jump out a window or something.
Who's to say? What if they made a game called Mighty Number 9?
Yeah, what
Hmm.
if?
I think it would flop.
Get what they
I
were
get
trying to
what
do
they
in
were
X.
trying with
Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading his comment too. He had the same.
kind of like the shooting levels in the Sonic Adventure games, but not as good. And from what I am aware, what I've seen is like I do think the idea of doing a 3D platformer in Mega Man would be cool, but like X7, from what I remember seeing, it has been a very long time, mind you. Uh, Seems to be a lot of stop and go. Like you'll
Oh
just
yeah.
run into a wall and it's like, okay, there's like 21 things that you have to shoot multiple times in order to open this wall. Take like 2 more steps. Hey, here's another wall. You got to shoot all the things down.
Or
You know,
here's some
it's
enemies to
not
take
as
care of, and if you don't,
yeah, it's not quite as free flowing in that way, which is uh, which is what made Gamma stages in Sonic Adventure 1 enjoyable. Like you didn't
or even
have to shoot
Eggman
everything; you
stages in
just had to shoot
SA2,
enough.
or even
Yeah,
Egg.
that's true as well.
It wasn't as bad about the stop and go as And also, it doesn't help that X7 is also the character movement speed is actually slower than dried dinosaur turds. Like, it's actually fucking insane how slow that game is.
Yeah, just not a great combination. So if you up the speed and make the shooting more free flowing, then I think a 3D Mega Man game,
Yeah, it could be good.
a modern attempt at one, could be pretty based.
Oh, almost like Legends did that, and they understood what bringing that character into 3D what was, and not trying to fit a pre-existing formula into it.
I mean, if they wanted to test that out, see if a new game in 3D would work, then they should just completely remake Legends 1, and see how people take to it.
Yeah. Just remake it with some more modern technology and some more modern controls, and I think you'd get yourself a seller.
Hmm. The hardest part of X7 is the door at the very first level.
No, it's not. No, that's bull. It's Red's first stage. It's Red's first stage with the chasing, uh, what is it called? Like the cylinders, the big that like flatten the concrete. What's it called?
Not sure. Was call them
It's like
crushers for the sake of.
it's like they have like this big cylinder at the front of the vehicle, and I can't believe I forgot the name of it. Let me look this up here.
Shrug on my end.
Rockman 7, I know, has like a robot that's like in that design.
Who knows?
It's not a cement truck. It's a... But you know what I mean. You know what I
A
mean.
steamroller?
Steamroller. Steamroller. I was thinking, I was like, it's like a cement roller, or it was something roller, and I was like, steamroller. Now that I
I don't
think
know
about
why I
that.
was because when you said cylinder at the front, I was thinking something more fantastical,
Yeah,
like something with a
like a Dr.
with
Seuss
like something
mobile.
that's yeah, something with a hammer, or something that like shoots down in front of like a steamroller. That's so obvious now.
Yeah, no, it's like that Family Guy clip, like that one meme where it's like Stewie's just imagining like it's like that's one way to get around town. That's what I imagine you were thinking. It was like some Dr. Seuss whimsical mobile, like all these hands
Yeah,
sticking out.
like I was trying to think of something that would only be in a video game.
It's like no, in real life.
Silly me.
Yeah, no, you get chased by a fucking steamroller in the first stage, the first fortress stage of X7.
Well, um, but I think now would be a good time
Yeah, we're talking about
to
steamrollers now. You can tell we're out of we're out of.
yeah,
Sigma's been staring at us long enough. We've been keeping him.
yeah. Now I think would be a good time to call it stream here. So a big thanks to everyone for attending and hopefully having some fun as we saw Yancey just absolutely tear through this game. Uh,
Won't be the
and
last time.
Yancey, thanks for yeah, thanks for showing off your skills.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
There.
No idea what the next stream's gonna be or when it will be taking place, but yeah, we got more Pokemon. Rabbit and I actually have a little idea for something, perhaps, so maybe that can come soon. Uh, Still trying to figure out with Trip how we can get DK64 and Mario Galaxy back up and running. But all tests seem to indicate that it can be done, so we just need to find the right time. And I am working on more pre-made content as well. So yeah, I'll be around. Just don't quite know when that'll be. And of course, we are also getting Extra Life together for November as well. So lots going on. Appreciate you guys coming around and yeah. So until next time, I've been skull902.
I've been KUko.
Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.
All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye. Bye. Do I need?
Bye.